We've had a terrific show thus far, and it's only going to get better from here. Our next guest, offensive coordinator for the San Diego State Aztecs, Jeff Horton, joins us. Coach Horton, how do you do today?
Hey, doing awesome. We just finished up practice, and always great to be on with you guys.
We appreciate you coming on, and we love having you on as well. I have to ask, you guys have been in a lot of close games this year. Much has been made about the closest of games where people felt like our Aztecs should have had one in a bigger style, I guess I would say. But I tend to believe that these type of victories can build character over the course of a season. Where do you come down on it, Coach?
Well, I think the key thing is you're finding a way to win.
Yeah,
I think you always easier to learn and move on from that. At times we've obviously struggled offensively. Defense has really been lights out. But the thing that's really fired up about is in a lot of those late games, we found a way to get the ball down the field and either get in field goal position or get a chance to win it and go a lot of yards. And to me, that's shows the resilience of the players, that they believe in themselves and the plan. And, Coach Long's mantra, just to hang in there and outlast them and find a way to break their will, no matter it might be earlier in the game, might be on the last play of the game. But the kids have just responded and found a way to do it.
Win is a win is a win. I think that's the bottom line when it comes to these games. Rocky Long said this week in the press conference, I think it was 24 redshirt freshmen in the game against San Jose State. When you're bringing up these young guys, even guys who maybe aren't underclassmen but who haven't had a lot of in-game experience, how does that change the way you guys coach and prepare for a week, knowing that you've got so much inexperience out there?
Well, I think you got to cover every detail, or as many as you can. A lot of times some veteran guys, you can show them once and they get it, or just talk about it and they get it. With younger guys, you have to, show them on the board, show them on the film, walk through it at practice, go through it at practice, and then probably have to reteach it at the game. So the thing is great, though, these kids are all eager, they're young, they're learning, they really want to do well, and have found a way to really contribute, and it bodes well for the future, obviously, but we still feel we have a lot of great things to do, this year, starting with, again, with Nevada coming up this Saturday.
Offensive coordinator from the San Diego State Aztecs joins us. Jeff Horton here on the Spectrum Business Hotline on 97.3 The Fan. Coach Horton, when you guys are in these close games and you consider that you guys have been missing Juwan Washington for a big part of this season, is there any temptation at all to open up the offense and let your quarterbacks throw a little bit more?
I thought we were opening it up.
It's all relative.
Actually, we're pretty close to balance with our run and pass, on the season. We probably, obviously thrown a lot more this year than we have in the past year just because we haven't run the ball as well. But, Saturday, Nevada poses a big problem. They got a great front. They lead Mountain West in sacks and tackles for loss. So, we're going to have to do some things, probably get the ball up even more and get after them that way.
When you go running back up by committee, which I think is essentially what's been going on here with Washington out, and you're getting ready for a team like that, when we start thinking about playing time for these running backs, does pass protection all of a sudden, or maybe just blocking in general, start hopping up towards the top of the list, maybe different as compared to other games?
Oh, it really does, especially Nevada has two defensive ends that are really, really good, and we got to be able to hold up in the pass protection. So that plays into it. And again, though, if we can establish a little bit of a run and you can get those guys inching up in there a little bit, then that hopefully would open up the passing game even more.
Coach Horton, I think one of the questions that's on a lot of people's minds, especially in San Diego, is, Ryan Agnew has won 6 straight games for you. He's been a very good backup to Christian Chapman. What's going to happen when Chapman is ready to go?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think it's a good political answer, right? I think Christian's getting really close to being able to come back. Our main deal is we want to make sure he's 100% healthy. If he's not ready to go, to turn him loose out there and somebody chasing after him, he can't get away or protect himself and injures himself more. That's not what I want to do. We're hoping we still have, the 4 regulars, after this week, he's emergency. He could probably, in emergency play, finish out a game, but, still 4 games after that. Then we're hoping a championship game plus a bowl game. So we're hoping still 6 more games where we can get them back and get them back in the mix.
I've had a lot of conversations with offensive coordinators over the course of my broadcast career. I don't know that I've ever asked any of them about a kicker before, but this kid is unbelievable. I mean, he is as impressive, I think, as any kicker in the nation right now. He looks to me like an NFL-type guy. When you're thinking along, whether it's during the week to get ready for the game or in-game when you and Rocky are bouncing things off one another, I mean, I imagine it plays into a lot of decision-making knowing how good this guy is.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, you get in field goal range anywhere within 55 in, especially if it's a third down sometimes. You don't want to take a chance of getting a sack and getting out of field goal range because you already know he can bang it in, really to me from 55 on in. And he, to me, is the MVP of the offense. I know that because he's probably scored more than what we have on offense. So he's a guy who really has stepped up and just been incredible. His performance clutch there late in games. I mean, it's really been awesome to watch.
Coach Jeff Horton joins us, offensive coordinator for the San Diego State Aztecs, here on the Spectrum Business Hotline on 97.3 The Fan. Coach Horton, a couple more questions before we let you get out of here. You guys, like I said, you guys have won 6 straight. You found ways to win games. Pretty much every game from this point on is for the conference. How do you keep your team focused on the task at hand as they march towards the end of this season?
Well, to me, it's easy because, we really haven't played that well, so it's not like we're the big bullies who are showing up and knocking everybody around out of the ballpark and everything.
Right.
We've, scraped by, obviously, so you hope that has their attention. And our kids are good. They've been working hard in practice. It's not a matter of that. They're getting after it. We just got to show up. It seems like really since, offensively speaking, since the Arizona State game, we just really haven't been consistent. We put ourselves in some bad down and distance situations, whether it be penalties or some lost yardage plays. I got to do a better job of getting our guys in better position to make some plays and everything. It's a combination of everything. So, shuffle the lineup a little bit, but, these guys are ready to go, working hard. The main thing is winning. Just find a way to win. Just, with your baseball background, hey, if you win by a pass ball, catcher missed the ball, something happened, hey.
That's right.
Still counts as a W. You're just glad to get out there. You might have struck out 4 times, but still had a chance to win or come around. And, the bottom line that, we're here for is to win games, and we're excited to be where we're at, but still have a long way to go. And, I think it's going to be a great matchup in Nevada. They're really hot, playing good. And I think it's going to be a great atmosphere up there Saturday night. And I think our kids will really respond to it.
You mentioned Nevada. We were having an off-air conversation earlier about the places you go in this Mountain West Conference, and you talk about some of the different conditions and the weather and altitude and wind and all that kind of stuff. When you start thinking about the conferences, this has got to be about as tough as there is to go on the road.
Yeah, no doubt. Some of these places are hard to get to, Wyoming and different places. You got to fly somewhere and then try to get over there, and you hope it's not snowing or doing whatever. So, and then, you play a lot of those night games. Sometimes that weather moves in late at night, and who knows what it's going to be like. I think it's supposed to be good in Reno, but you can't do anything about the altitude and all that. I remember when I coached at UNLV, Coach Tarkanian and his basketball players were worried about playing in Wyoming because the football guys told them that, it really affected them on the field. Tark told them, "Oh, you don't have to worry about that. We play indoors." So, the guys believed him.
Sometimes you just got to trick your players. It's just how it works sometimes. Coach Horton, we appreciate your time, man. Good luck up in Nevada. Bring a W home for us.
Hey, thanks a lot. Always great being on with you, Chris and Jesse.